Right, Lewis, so here we are at Printwear Promotion 2025. We've come literally straight to your stand because we've seen the Epson G6000, what the UK is calling it.
Yeah.
So what is that printer?
Fundamentally, this is Epson's first foray into roll-to-roll DTF printing. You will have seen over the course of the last 4 or 5 years that DTF's been knocking around.
Yeah.
A lot of people have parroted about having Epson heads as a kind of USP, and this is now Epson's dedicated machine.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been waiting for it. Trusted, reliable brand.
Yeah.
Epson head, Epson inks, Epson rip. They're designed to exist together. You get that same reliability that people know about Epson, have been waiting for. Coupled with at Xpres, we sell the Adkins Cure unit.
Yeah.
Again, same well-known branded supplier. They're reliable, and I think in an industry where there's lots of options, lots of choice, the reliability is what people want.
What's the max print width of the printer?
Max print width it will go to is 90 centimeters.
Okay, and then down from there.
And down from there. So it will take a roll of 90 centimeters, and you'd probably print to about 85 or 86 centimeters print area, because the media guides sit slightly in on the film. Or people that might have had a 60 centimeter printer before, their graphics are ganged up a certain way, either on one side or how they want to run them. In which case you could also run it with just a 60 centimeter roll of film and a smaller compact 60 centimeter Cure unit as well.
Okay. And just touching on the rip there, of Epson, what kind of rip do we need to use for it?
This is Epson Edge Print.
Right.
So Epson's own rip is what they run traditionally their wide format sublimation machines on. It's a well-known rip, very user friendly.
Yeah.
They've designed it to not have too much on the front end, to not daunt new users basically. You get some rips that can be very complicated. They're designed by a print engineer, and in a print engineer's head, everything on that rip is what you require. But fundamentally, you don't. Half of the stuff on some rips you see, you never change, you never toy with. Fundamentally, copies, print area, print resolution, profiles, that kind of thing. Job history, job log. That's what you want.
And the biggest question: how much is the rip? How much is Edge print?
It comes free with the machine.
Free. Okay. That's a good saving.
It's tied licenses to. The machines get tied license by license to the rip.
Right.
But Xpres will sell Edge Print as a free rip with the machine.
Yeah. So touching on the licenses, if somebody wanted to have a couple of the machines, do you need one license Edge Print to run 2 machines, or one per?
One license.
To run 2 machines.
To run 2 machines.
3 machines.
You can input on the bottom corner of there. It will show that it's got the D6000 as the printer. You can run 3, 4, 5 different printers on the same rip if you want. You just have to allocate your jobs to whichever printer you're going to be using. Ink-wise, it's still a bit up in the air, depending on what Epson give us. We're talking around £100, 1.6 litres on ink.
1.6?
Yes.
Okay.
That is kind of to be confirmed. We're waiting for Epson Japan to give us the detail, but it'll be competitively priced. If they don't competitively price it, then they will price themselves out of the market. There's that many different DTF printers on the market that, if it's all well and good bringing out a really good machine, really reliable machine, but if it's too expensive to run, then non-starter. Film, Xpres, we sell 80 centimetre film or 90 centimetre film for £170 per 100 metres. Powder is £24 per kilo. And then obviously that would be based on volume, effectively. The more you buy, the more we can do on price breaks. It's our Evolution film.
Is it warm peel?
Instant peel. We also do a cold peel, and we also do Kodak instant peel and cold peel as well. Hardware-wise, all in, we're talking £13,000-ish plus VAT.
Okay. And just touching on the maintenance side of things, I've been hearing online that it's like the easiest thing to look after. Can you just elaborate on what the actual maintenance cycle would be of what you found using it at the minute?
It has automatic white ink circulation, so it will do that of its own accord. The maintenance is just the same as any other normal digital printer. Manual cleans maybe more regularly because of the amount of white they're using. Every day, every other day, depending on how much you've been printing. Swab with some cleaning solution, cleaning around the head, around the cap station, just getting any debris, dust, muck out of it. Pigment ink goes like Play-Doh when it dries effectively. So that's not what you want sitting underneath a print head, essentially. But nothing to be daunted about, no different to any other printer you would have operated in the past.
Okay, and just touching on what you said then about the head, does the head then go to a cart that you can then get underneath to clean it?
Absolutely. So same with any other Epson printer. It uses the same dashboard as any other new Epson printers, the SC6400 or 6400H, the new 9500 and 9500H as well. It moves the head to a particular area, and then gives you a visual step-by-step guide on what to carry out, what needs doing, essentially.
So then Epson really have built this from the ground up. It's not based on another machine. It's literally for direct-to-film.
It is. Epson have kind of had a dabble with DTF using sheet-fed machines, the F1000 or the F2200 or 2100 prior to that. This is designed to it's not a hybrid. It's not based off anything else. It's designed for DTF. Like I said at the start, this is a well-known, reputable brand, much more reliable than a load of other, cheaper, not as good quality machines on the market. This being coming to the market later, is more indicative of the R&D that's gone into it. The reliability. Epson were never going to come to market with a printer unless they were absolutely deadly sure this would be good. It's taken them years to build the reputation. If they put a substandard machine out, it would take 24 hours to destroy it. And I think that's probably its biggest plus, biggest selling point.
Okay, and then the biggest question is, when's it actually going to be available in the UK for us to actually buy it?
As is, we're aiming for April at Xpres. We should have our stock. We've got our orders in with Epson already, saying we want it. We should have it in April, all being well. Obviously, a lot of it is dependent on what comes out of Japan stock. Epson allocates stock around Europe, in the UK and Europe. So essentially, with all new machines, you're kind of in a bit of a battle to begin with to get hold of kit because everyone wants it. But yeah, let's say April.
So we're over at the computer right now, looking at Edge Print. Lewis is just going to give us a quick demo of the settings and what to expect.
So fundamentally, it is an Epson RIP. A lot of DTF machines that you will see use third-party RIPs, be it Digital Factory, Acra RIP, Wasatch, this kind of thing. This is Epson's dedicated RIP. They've made a lot of effort to make it a very good, user-friendly RIP. So essentially, there's not a lot on the front end in terms of, what you see on the screen is what you need to run a good print job. It's pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. You can add your job from a hot folder or from a saved folder. Vectorized artwork is what we want. PDFs, EPS. It automatically allocates the white layer for you, so you've not got to add the white layer. It will also let you do what's called nesting. So you could select up to 50 jobs in one go, and it will allocate them to make best use of the space. So let's say your 50th job could fit at the very start of the film because there's a little space. It will do that for you.
Can you do pixel pullback, except white, everything but except white?
Yeah. You can do that. You can do pixel pullback. You can do black knockout as well. You can. It will give you what's called. It will let you rip it and give you an in-consumption estimate before your job goes out. So you can basically say to a customer, it's going to cost you this much for your transfers before you need to worry about it. We have profiled it with our own films. We print at 600 by 600 DPI, but you can print as low as 300 by 300 DPI, dependent on what you're printing. If you're doing simple lettering for the back of a t-shirt, you might want 300 by 300 DPI because you don't need the vibrancy of colour like you would on certain graphics. But at 600 DPI, we can hit a decent output speed and good transfer quality.
So estimates are like 100 square foot an hour or so. Have you seen that in your testing?
We have, yes. Dependent on artwork type. Obviously, block colour is slower than intricate detail. Smaller details, chest pocket logos will be quicker than a big block or something that go on the back of it. But yes, that's what we're looking at.
So we're just about to leave Printwear Promotion 2025. Big shout out to Lewis at Xpres for giving us a demo on the new Epson G6000 DTF printer. Got some new transfers to go and test out. We're going to go and compare these against our current ink supplies, and we'll do an updated video in the future.